Today I'm going to show you how to add text to a photograph using Adobe Photoshop. To begin with, you will need to set your workspace to graphic and web. Next, you will need to select what size and which font you wish to use for this image. So right now I have mine set to Bauhaus 93. If you click here, you can see all of the other options that are available. And as you can see on the word the, as I scroll over the different fonts, it shows me what they would look like. I'm going to stick with the one I was using, which again, the Bauhaus 93. I set the point to 72. And I'm going to click on my text tool, which is right here. It's the big T. And I'm going to click in the area which I wish to type. So right here, I'm going to start typing cats, but I want to change, no, I think I'll leave the color the same. So I'm going to type cats. And as you can see, even with it at the maximum font size, it's still super tiny. So when I click on the layer, it closes out the text. And then I can hit Command T for my transform tool, click Shift, and then pull it from the corner. And then from there, I can adjust the size of the text. When I'm happy with the size, I hit Enter to save the transform. If I get my Move tool, I can actually grab the text and move it around to whichever location that I want. So I'm going to kind of bend the word cats. So for now, I'm going to do my Command T so I can tilt it. And then I'm going to grab it and move it closer to the ear. Now, if you notice up here, there is some beveling and shadows that are happening on the text. So to make this cats appear the same as the other one, I'm going to, excuse me, click on the T here, which highlights the font. If I click it twice, where it says cats, it'll open up this whole window of options. Of course, you want to move it off of the image so you can see what's happening with your text. So up here, I'm going to click the Bevel and Emboss, and now you can see it looks like what's happening with the font up here. One of the other things that I'm going to add onto this is a drop shadow. And they have 3 different drop shadow possibilities. So I'm going to click and look in the preview box to see which the drop shadow looks like. So this one does come off to the edge, and I look at my word, but I can't really see it here. So I'm going to try the next one. Okay, so you can see this drop shadow is set quite a bit away from the actual text, which I prefer right there. It makes it pop and it makes it look much more three-dimensional. So I like the way that that's looking, so I'm going to hit OK. And then it has saved the font for there. I'm going to click on the T again. And when I click on the T, it opens up this little window here, which shows the text and an arc. Right here, we have the T with the arch, and when I click on that, it's going to show me all the different ways that you can arc your text. So on this one, I want to use this arc because I want to match it to the arc of the ear. As you can see right now, the arc is too, I don't know if you call it great, too high. So I'm going to take the slider bar here and I'm going to bring it down until the angle of the word, and you can see here the edge matches up nicely with the edge of the cat's ear. So that looks good to me. I'm going to hit OK, click on the layer, and then I can grab my Move tool and just reposition this so it's a little bit over the ear. just like that. I'm going to go to because I think I want to move it down just a little bit. All right. And now I'm going to show you how you can create a 3D text in your image. So I'm going to go to my text tool, and again, I'm going to click where I want to add the text. For this one, I want to match the color of the eye. So I'm going to grab my eyedropper and click there. I actually have to click on the background layer. Here we go. There we go. And then I can go back to my text tool, and I'm going to type meow with all capital letters and hit enter on the little screen. And as you can see, it's small, so I do my Command T, hold Shift, and I'm going to increase the size of the font. That looks pretty good to me right there. Now, what I can do with this is I'm going to slightly reposition it where I want it. I'm going to tilt it because I want it to go along the angle of his paw. And now I'm ready on this one to click here. Oops, sorry. When I click on the text tool, it opens up my 3D option. So I click there, and it's going to ask me if I want to switch to a 3D workspace, where I say yes. And now you can see it has taken my word meow and transformed it into a 3-dimensional word. This is really fun because you can swivel around your word, look at it from upside down, look at it from the top, so you can see it from all different angles. So I think I kind of like it where I see the top instead of the bottom. And I'm going to angle it slightly to the side. Okay. Then, so you can even swivel it this way. So I'm going to readjust it to match the line of the paw again. You can also click here, and you can move it again up and down. All right. So I'm pretty happy with the placement of my text there. So I go back, and when I click on the text tool, it'll remove the 3D effects so I can see the image a little bit better. And for this, I'm going to go back to my meow, and I want to raise it just, that makes it larger and smaller. I can make it a little bit bigger. And I need to move it because right now the shadow is hitting the paw. Or I could also take this and change the infinite light spot, which would then change the shadow. Let me see, it's not giving me the shadow I want. As you can see, I ended up moving the light over to here, and that enabled me to create a shadow that I am happy with. And so now I can click on my text tool, take a look at my completed image, and if I'm happy with that, I can go to Layer and flatten my image. And once I do this, I can't undo it. So make sure that you're happy with everything the way that it is, and then click OK. And now you're ready to upload your image. Thank you.